supporting this board with these, and my tub is essentially between the end of this and on the other end of this board. On the other end down there, I got the kind of, I don't know if that's the other end of the tub or what. The tub's 68 inches long, so there it is. That's what it looks like. These are just dangling because there's nothing connected to the other end. So when I get them connected, they'll be tucked up high. But right now, there you go. I got that board supported on each end. It probably wasn't necessary, but you know, it doesn't hurt. The next project is, so in order to center the toilet upstairs between the tub and the wall, because it's not centered, in order to make it centered, we now have to move the pipe. You're standing directly staring at the wall. The back wall will be right there. The toilet's here. The tub is there. You know, there's that thing I just put in. So this toilet needs to go that way, you know, that much, which is like 1/8 of an inch. I'm just kidding. It's got to go this way, like probably like 3 inches. So this is cast iron. So I'm gonna cut it, this cast iron pipe here, back here where the strap is, and then we're gonna attach ABS pieces, and I'm gonna use a Fernco fitting, which is similar to this type of fitting, and we'll attach ABS pieces at a slightly different angle to move this up that way. Now I gotta lift this through that hole, which is just almost gonna fit. So maybe with some negotiation, I'll make it work. Oh man, maybe it's so close. How close am I? There it is. Okay. Here's the old hole. Now, wouldn't that be funny if the old hole is exactly where the new hole needs to go? But you can see that that's bent. That's the weight of the toilet doing that, probably. So what I could do, I need to figure out where the new hole goes. And it's probably going to overlap this hole. And then over here, I can shore it up from underneath. I can pull that up tight, put a board across, and I might be able to go far enough to that joist, at an angle. So we're going to build arch walls around the tub. The 2x4 framing is going to be 3.5 inches deep. So from the tub, I'm going to butt it up, the frame, and so I'm going to come out 3.5 inches from the tub. That's 3.5 inches. Now on the top of that is going to be 1/2 inch of mold resistant sheetrock. So another 1/2 inch. Now on top of that, we're going to do 5/8 wall paneling. It's going to be 5/8 wall paneling on top of that. So you got the 3.5 for the 2x4, 1/2 inch for the sheetrock, another 5/8 for wall paneling. Brings us to there, which from here means we are 5 3/4. That ain't right. 3.5, 4, and 5. I was looking at it from the wrong direction. 4 and 5/8. 4 and 5/8. So that is where we're at. 4 and 5/8 from the tub, and that is to the wall. Now we're going to have a 3/4 inch base, but that's going to go underneath the wall paneling. So only 1/8 of it's going to stick out, but that's. I think we're going to center the toilet on the walls, not the base. Honestly, it should be the same. Because then you go on the other side over here, and we're going to rebuild this wall, and it's going to be a pocket door. And it's going to be 3.5 inches deep, And then there's going to be 1/2 inch of sheetrock, just like before. You know, 1/2 inch of sheetrock. And then on top of that, 5/8 of wall paneling. So it should be there. And then from there to here, it's 33 inches. Wow, I can't believe that came out. That came out to 33 inches exactly. So half of 33 is 16.5. So from here, 16.5 is right here. That is the center of the toilet flange. So, no problem. So we're going to go 1.125" from rough framing, because that's where the wall is going to go. But we're going to say, from that moment there, we're going to come out 12 inches for the toilet we have. That's the roughing number. Come out 12. Puts us right there. Which puts us back from where this toilet was. About, I mean, probably about a whole inch. I'm back about an inch. That should be the hole. I'll cut this out, and then we'll know where that goes. And that'll drop down in there. And then we're going to put plywood over this whole floor, so this will be up in the air a bit. Okay, guess my next move now is to cut that out. That's probably too much. Alright, that should be where the toilet goes. I just stuck that up there. I clamped it so that these two boards, that one and that one, are tight, like same height, and not one. This one isn't leaning down. So I clamped all three of them together, and then I'll just screw kind of over there and over there, and then I'll reach through with my hand. I'll push up, and I'll try to screw a bunch of screws. I got tons of screws, so I'm gonna try to screw it in a bunch of places. Make sure that works. That sure does. That's where the hole is. Because of the loop. What's the change? That's the problem. So, for this part. I feel like that's pretty good. concrete piece.
Okay.
Maybe I can just knock it out there.
What if we lift up this end?
To the drain?
Yeah, as high as we can.
Okay. And then drop this board. Right there. And then measure like I want. Alright. I guess that's it. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that look good. So that whole mirror vanity is going to go that way, centered on the wall. And that'll be the new right side piece. And that'll be the new left side piece. And then it's got boards that go inside to frame it out.
Oh, pretty good.
Yep.